Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Francois Canvas. Today, we're going to be spontaneous. I kind of have a couple ideas. I'm spinning the wheel right now. By the time I finish talking, we'll decide of, how it's going to go down. Hey, guys, man, just listen. I do this because, I'm a big promoter of creativity. Because think about it. This whole world, the whole root of everything around this world is based around creativity. Now, the word create is equivalent to the word art, because the word art means to create. Creation. Art means creation. So if you're an artist, you're a creator. So, just think of it this way. Before a car was made, somebody had to imagine it and then come up with some sketches and then did some designs. And before you know it, you're driving a car. But just one of millions of examples. But anyway, that's why I do what I do. And I also want to shout out to all my entrepreneurs. And I also want to say to guys, if you see any piece that I do and you like, I have like a lot of paintings. If you like anything nature scene, or even if you want to put in an order and you have an idea for me, don't be afraid to DM me and let's talk about it. I get it done for you and mail it to you. So having said that, don't forget to hit that Cash App $APSUMAN. Also, I have a GoFundMe page, and I really need you guys to support that so I could get this off the road. Anyway, having said all of that, welcome to my platform. Let's paint and chat. Today, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm definitely going to have a little tune in the background. We're going to start it off like this. All right. DJ Francois Canvas. Let's get this started, Let's get this started. Today I'm going to try to navigate the music a little more professionally, because last time I had to delete that last piece I did. Let me send a shout out to my group. And then I'm going to send a couple of invites like I normally do. And by the time I finish that, yeah, man, copyright free music. So Facebook can't really say anything about this, because they big on just deleting your video right midstream. While you're in the middle of saying something important, they'll just delete you. DJ Francois Canvas. Send out a few invites. You know how we do. I'm just, I notice when I pre-select the invites and start the live, it's something always go wrong. So that's why I always, when I start the live and I send out the invites. And then, my motto, I'm not really concerned with anybody jumping on right now, because you could always hit replay. That's the good thing about this metaverse. It's about to get metaphysical in here with the paintbrushes. I'm going to think of something real nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right, next track. Nothing crazy, guys. This is not my personal playlist, because if it was, I'd probably be off the live already. Unless I'm playing my own music. Send out a few invites. And then you guys are more than welcome to drop me a chat. Don't forget what I said. If you see something you like, don't forget to DM me. Let me know how you feel about that. Let's get it in. All right. Let me scroll down. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. This time I hit some people all the way in the bottom that I didn't touch yet. It doesn't matter. I'm just hitting buttons at random. Just send some invites. Who knows? I might have just invited my grandmother. Not sure. I'm just inviting. You all are welcome to my platform. can't hit all the buttons. I think there's a limit on how many people you can invite to your stuff. Anyway, straighten out a little bit, something like that. Boom. Now, once again, welcome to francoiscanvas, another edition of Let's Paint and Chat. I will lower the music because I want you guys to hear me. Alright, we're just going to have a little soft noise in the background. You know, something to that effect. Something to that effect. So, I don't know what I'm going to do today. Actually, I do know. Like I said, I have a couple ideas. So, let's get started. Now, as far as colors, I basically have black and white primary colors, two brown and a tan color in green. So let's try to create some nice nature scene. I don't know, let's think about it. What should we do today? Hold on, let's do a little quick slideshow before we get started. I don't know if you guys remember this one. That's when I first started. One of the ones that when I first started with my live. You know, if you look real close, you'll see that the paint got some kind of spark in it. What else can I show you guys? And shout out to all my ancestors. I really like this one. This one right here is, you know, your guess is as good as mine as what's taking place, but definitely something is taking place, you know? Guys, we're just gonna sit here and chat and paint, you know. So I think the topic might be, I mean, we're about to shift over to digitize. I mean, we always been digital, but I think they're trying to do away with the cash. So hope you guys are making preparations for the upcoming changes, because change is supreme. I said that since 2013. And I can show you receipts. I post that on Facebook. Change is supreme. That's the problem with a lot of us. We don't adjust to change. So I'm gonna give the crowd about another minute to get some people to come up in here and join me. Let me see, who else can I invite. Let's tag some more people up in here. Just keep, we're gonna tag some, let's do about 30. Let's do about 30 tags. Go all the way down. About 30 tags, something to this effect. It's about to get digital on y'all. I mean, it's always been digital. It's just the digitized dynamic is about to morph into a new phase. I hope you guys are making preparations out there. You know? You know, some might say purchase gold, purchase silver. Anyway, whatever the case may be. Anyway, let's get them up in here. Let's see what my chat is saying. Set up my chat a certain way. I'll just write peace to y'all. Yeah, that's about it. Yep. All right, guys, let's get busy. Today, I don't know. Like I said, I have a couple ideas. The first idea that came to mind is I kind of wanted to cross two different dimensions. And, you know, I think I might just do that. That's going to be the idea. We're going to kind of like, you know, we're going to just go crazy with the colors and be random, like now. You know, come in like here. Do something like that. box in there. Get a box in there. Pause. Get a box in there. Something like that. Like I said, we're going to cross the streams today. Look like two worlds colliding. Let's get all the colors active up in here. Cross the streams. We might even get a little dark. I don't know, swoop this around like that. You know? Get a little white up in here, and then just start going crazy with the smudging. Yeah, man, it's about to get digitized on y'all. I hope you guys are making preparation. I'm not sure what's going to be the saving factor. If it's Jesus, you better start getting some heavy doses of Jesus in you, because it's about to get crazy out here. Why I keep saying about, it's already crazy. Have you looked around? You know? I'm pretty much going to talk like this whole segment. So we're going to call this one the colliding dimensions. Yeah, I like that. We're going to call this one the colliding dimensions. But once again, you know my motto. I'm not concerned with who's going to jump up in here. But you can always hit replay. So now, this is a dimension. Something is taking place over here. Let's try something different. Put a little red on this end. A little tan on this end. Hit a little bit of white. And then we come up here and then do something funky and crazy. Something like that. Smudge this part. Something crazy like that. I can't wait to see the time lapse on this one. So now, what we're going to do is, normally I have a horizon created by the water. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to start today with some mountains, but first we're going to work on the clouds. We're not going to go too crazy as far as colors. Pick the special blue today. Pick the special blue today. Let's get into the sky a little bit. So what I did, right? So basically we're crossing streams, bringing the dimensions together. Something like that. Something to this effect. See? You know, something to this effect. Something like that. Crossing streams. Try not to do away with all the details. Try something different. Because remember, it's your world. You do whatever you want. We're going to get big goofy. Normally, I start with her. Grab a little white. That is way too much. Way too much. Get some of that back. Just come in the bottom. Smudge that in. Let's smudge that in. A little bit more white. And smudge that in. Something like that. Now, with the white still on this, go back to the blue. Go back to that blue. Go back to that blue and then kind of like something to that effect. And then turn the brush around. Something to that effect. Because I'm not trying to do away with all the details. See, you can't really tell, but I could still see what's taking place in the background. You know? Crossing the streams today. Trying something different. Boom. Tiny bit more white. And then, boom. Just like that, we'll leave it like that. I don't think we're going to need this brush anymore. But you know what? Before I do away with it, go back into that blue. Back into that blue. Just come in the bottom. Just smudge a little blue like that. Because you never know. And whenever you do something you don't like it, look, come back. We're being mad random today. Go back into a little blue. Might want to hit that brush, take some of that moisture out. I think that's what happened. I had too much water on the brush. See? And then you come back with the blue. Something to that effect. Take a little bit of white. Come right here. Something like that. Something to that effect. Like I said, I gotta stay mindful of my music. We're gonna make our light source coming from this way. Alright? Let's grab a flat brush. Go into the black. We're being mad random today, but we want to do a couple of peaks. But what I want to do is, I want to do some peaks. It's going to look like stacks of peaks. Some coming or falling this way and some falling that way. And then they're going to kind of like cross each other like this. So let's see what we come up with. And I'm thinking snow on top. But before we do that, you know me and clouds, one fluffy cloud, just one single fluffy cloud. Let's add that bad boy right here, something to this effect, something like that. Something like that. And then leave that brush alone, go get a clean brush, and come in the bottom and kind of like something to this effect. See, something like that. And then you see, something like that. So, and then that's it with clouds. Now back to your flat brush with the black on it. Come right here, say about, we're gonna start with the peaks in the back. So here's what we're gonna do. Leave this brush like that with the black on it. Just get something smaller because you wanna work your way in. So put a little black on this. A little black, maybe add a little blue. And then come into the white area. There's a reason why I do that. Then we're gonna make some peaks in the back. See, something to this effect. Something like that. Something like that, right? Grab yourself a clean brush. I usually like to go with the oval. A little bit of white. Just come in the bottom and smooth that out. Just to make it look like it's really sitting there. All right. So now, if you want to dress it up now, you can. So what I would do is, with that same flat brush, wash it out. That same flat brush, wash it out. Take a little bit of a little bit of reddish yellow to that effect, something like that, and just a little bit. See, something like that. Right? And with that same oval brush, make sure it stays clean. You know, just grab a little white and just come in the bottom and kind of like break it up a little bit. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. You know? Now, let's start with a bigger peak. We probably even pulled it off with, so now what we're gonna do is just black. Always change the flavor of the peaks, because it's always something, just make it look different. Take brown, black, blue. You know, you could even make that a little taller. and then come like this, like that, and then see something to this effect. See something like that, and then you see something like that. Now, throw that brush in there, back to your oval brush. Once again, grab a little bit of white. You can even change the flavor up with a little bit of yellow if you want, doesn't matter. As long as you come in here and then you break that up. Grab a little white, come in here and just kind of like break that up. So you start in the bottom, as you go up, it's automatically going to get dark because you already have that black on it. Now, we're going to work on one peak at a time. Back to your flat brush. Back to your flat brush. Back to your flat brush. So now, I'm thinking it's a certain season. So we're going to have snow on top. But there's a way you should execute that. So now, we know our light source is coming from this way. So now you're just going to take white, just white. Just smudge a little, I don't know, a little damage here. Something like that, for lack of a better expression. You know, smudge a little damage here. Now, go into that oval brush, right? A little bit of white. Break it up a little bit. Tiny bit, right? Break this one up a little bit. Tiny bit. Right? Now, here's what we're going to do. That's why I say it's important to talk it out. Take a little bit more white. You see this little peak here? You want to throw that one behind. So what you do is just take a little snow. And then, you know, just like that, you just push that little small peak back. And then you come with this and then just break it up lightly. Come back with the white. You know, just add some more effects like this or this, you know, something like that. But leave it alone. Because you don't want to do too much to it. You don't want to do too much to it because right now I'm DJing. Boom. Back on track. See, look. Let's break that up a little bit. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go the other direction. Wash your flat brush. Because remember, we're doing a lot of peaks today. A lot of peaks. Grab a little black. Add a little blue to it. Even a little red. As long as it's dark. We're going to make this peak maybe come about, say like right here like that. Something to this effect. And then it's going to cross this one. See, something like that. Bring it up a little higher. Grab yourself a little more black. Just, you know, just build your peak. And grab a little black. Drop it here. See, something to that effect. See, something like that. You know, something like that. Right? There's going to be a lot of peaks. Go back into that oval brush. Be graceful about it. There's no need to rush. You know, and then come in the bottom, break that up. You could even go a little heavier on the white on this one. And then kind of like, you see what I mean? Just break it up a little bit. A little tiny bit. Something to this effect. Right? Now watch what we're going to do on this side, because we're doing a lot of peaks. There's a lot going on, and then we might just make this all peaks. Now, we know our light source is coming from here. So what you want to do is take a little bit of white, add a little tan to it, just distort that white. A little white, add a little tan to it, and then come on this side. I'm trying not to block y'all. See, look. I don't know, something to that effect. Just put a little mess. It doesn't matter what you put there. As long as you come back here, back with the brush, and break it up a little bit, it gives a nice effect. See? we're doing the dark side first, right? Something to this effect. Wash your brush. See, I'm holding several brushes in my hand. Wash your brush. Now go into just pure white and then come on top and glaze it like that. See, something like that. See, something like that. Once again, back to your oval brush. And then come, like, try to break it up in a way where some of the things that happen naturally, try to leave them in there. You don't want to break up everything. See, something to that effect, something like that. Now watch this, right? And then you could take, see, I got black on this brush. Let's go right here, go in the back. We're just doing peaks, so before you know it, this is done. We're not gonna be here all night. I know you got things to do. Break it up a little bit, you know? Something like that, and then boom, and leave it alone. Just to give the mountain character. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Go back into just black now, because we're getting closer. But before we do that, okay, we have black on the flat, right? Now check this out. We're gonna go back here and do some kind of foothill from a distance. Take a little bit of blue, you know, a little black, and come into the white. And then you're gonna put some kind of foothill right here, something like that, to this effect. Something from a distance, right? Now watch this. Just to create the separation, you got to grab yourself a smaller oval brush. I'm really gonna like the time lapse on this. It's gonna look good. See, something like that. Break this up. Break that up. Don't distort that mountain you just worked on. See, break that up. Right? Now, back into that same brush you just did that with. Maybe grab a little green, a little blue and black, tiny bit of white. Look, and then create another one over it. Push it back a little bit, something to this effect. See? We just playing around with colors. Don't take this too serious, guys. You got to be relaxed sometimes. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. You know? You could even come back with some more blue and green, a little bit of white. And then look. Even add a little more black to it, just to make it stick out. And look. Go back into the white. And then break it up. See, the key is you don't want to mess up the top. See, something to that effect, and then you leave it alone. And you leave it alone. Now, I'm going to leave that side alone as far as peaks are concerned, because if I put another peak here, I'll be blocking this area. We're going to work with this now. Watch what I do. We're going to cut it real nice. Grab a little black. But be confident. Grab a little black. Remember, I told you the peaks are going to be crossing each other. See, something like that now. Now we're going to go higher. We're going to go higher, something like this, to this effect. Something to that effect. You know, something like that. You see how I'm making them cross? How you making them cross? It's like a valley, but it's a very rocky valley. You know, something to that effect. Maybe you give it a smaller peak here, something like that. And then you just grab a little black, smudge it up a little bit. See, something to that effect. You know? Hey, welcome to Francois Canvas. So we're gonna drop this one down a little more, maybe like about right here. Now, do away with that brush, because I'm gonna have to reset. Wash your brushes. Grab a little bigger oval brush. Wash your brush real nice. Take all the water out. Smack it if you have to. Now grab a little white. We're gonna grab a little white, right? And then just gently go a little heavier on the white. Just gently break it up. Remember, as you go up, it's gonna get darker by itself, so you don't have to worry about it. See? See? Something to that effect. And then you come in the bottom, you know, just kind of like blend it real nice. Now, after you do that, grab a little more white. Wash the brush, reset the brush. Now go in the very bottom, try to create some kind of like mist. Like get busy. Put the music up a little bit. Copyright free music, just to add a little character to the episode. See, something to this effect. See, something like that, and then boom. Now let's go dress up this mountain, right? Grab yourself a flat brush. You know, just a flat brush, anything that's clean. Maybe this one might be, yeah, this one. Grab yourself a flat brush about this big. And then shout out to all of y'all in the chat. What's going on? Peace. Now, right? We're gonna get a little blue and then grab some white. Let's start dressing that peak up. There's some snow going on over there, see? But patch it. So don't just, you know what we got? I mean, just get messy. It doesn't really, there's really no pattern on how you lay this out, but just make it look like a patchy, snowy type thing taking place. You know, don't go too crazy though, because you don't want to cover all the dark spots. You know what I mean? Now go find yourself a little small oval brush, and then kind of like, just be gentle about it. Don't go too crazy. Break up the bottom, just give it a little character. You can even add a little white to it, just to see something like this. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. Because some of these things that happen naturally, just leave them and then make something out of it. See, something like that. See, something like that. Add a little bit of white, and then maybe you come here, dress this one up a little bit. You know, we got snow all over. See, something to that effect. Now, what you do back here is key. So look, grab a little bit of, but before we do that, with the same flat brush, grab a little bit of green. A little bit of green, right? A little bit of yellow, and then kind of like, just come right here, just at the very bottom though. Just add a little greenish type flavor to it. See, something to that effect. Don't go too heavy. If you put too much, you scrape it off. See, look, something to this effect, right? And then, like this. See, something like that. Right? And then after you're done, with the same oval brush, grab yourself a little white. Now check this out. Break it up. And then just do whatever. Because whatever effect you put, it's going to look nice, because sometimes it's from a distance. You can't really, You don't really know what's taking place. See, something to that effect. Go like that. Go like that. See? Something to that effect. I mean, so far, if you ask me, it's starting to look like something. You know, I'm trying to make it look really rocky. Today, we're crossing the streams. I don't know. Those look like mistakes. No. For those who just coming in, this one is titled The Dimensions Collided. So, now let's get back into it. Now, for back here, take a little bit of white. I still got that green on it. I didn't even wash my brush. A little bit, something like this. Maybe that peak came like that. Wipe your brush. Now grab some pure white. And then just drop it right on top. See, something to this effect. Right? Have that oval brush on deck. See, look. Smash that up a little bit. See? Right? Grab a little blue. A little blue and white. You know, maybe come right here and do a little something. Maybe a little bit more blue. Blue and black. Blue and black. See, something like that to this effect. See, something like that. Smudge that up. Tiny bit. See, look at that. Now, wash your brush. Take a little bit of white. And before you know it, this piece is done, y'all. A little bit of white. Take a little bit of blue. Add a little black to it. But play around with it till you get the desired color, right? You know, get that on the brush real good. And then come back here and create some kind of shadow type. See, something like to this effect. Right? Something like that. Don't take out all the dark. Smudge it up a little bit. Right? With that same color on the brush, grab a little white. So, we know the light is coming here. Maybe there's a little small peak here. Something like to this effect. You know, just add, you know, little details here and there just to give it character. You know, something like that. Just build it. And if you want, you could even come right here like this. Look. But the key is breaking it up. See, something like that. See, something like that. Now look, wash your brush. Go into the black. Wash your brush, go into the black. And come right here, look, and create some kind of like shadow areas. Some little dark spots. You might have to go a little heavy on the black. And then come back with the white again. I don't know, let's touch it up here. Just make it look crazy. And then just like that, we leave that peak alone. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I wanna add a little glow to this side. Just a little glow, like the sun is hitting it. First, we're gonna start with yellow, going the ones in the back. A little yellow and white, just a little yellow and white. Kind of like, just touch it up a little bit with some kind of, see, something to this effect. Even right here, you could come here and drop a little yellow. Break it up, because you just want a hint of that color. See, some right here, break that up. And watch this. Grab a little white. Grab a little white and circle it here. Something like that. Just create some kind of misty look. See, something like that. Now go into the little reddish yellow, because we're getting closer. Not red, all the way red. My bad. Mix it with the yellow really good. See, something like that. And just touch it in just random spots. Because you don't want to... Something like that. Dig into your white a little bit. Right? And then just break up that color a tiny bit. Just a little bit. See, something like that. It just gives the peak a nice little character. You know what I mean? Now, go back into that flat brush, y'all. So for those who just coming in, I was talking about how it's about to get digitized on us. It's about to be, I mean, we always been digital, but they're about to get completely digital on us. They got some app now coming out called Fed Now, whatever. I don't know about that one. I'm not taking no parts of that. So let's come here and then kind of build some kind of thing. Now, once again, go up and down, right? Right here. Right? Come up, maybe, and then we come down. Something to this effect. See? Something like that.
Pizza on the go with the Domino's app now on Apple CarPlay. Like any 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for $6.99 each.
You can make that go all the way across if you want. See? Something to this effect. And then we'll add some trees to it. And then we'll call it a piece. I don't know if you see what's taking place. So you look at this one, and then if you look at this one, now watch what I do to push it back a little more. Grab a little more of that white. Grab yourself a little flat brush. This complete. You might even want to add a little orange to it. Just a little yellow, but mainly white. And then come here like that. See, look. See how that pushed that back? Grab a little white. Grab a little white and play around a little bit. See, look. Give it some character, you know? Now, grab a little blue and just add it in the back as a shadow type color. See, something to this effect. And then with the same brush, you can start breaking things, you know, break it down a little bit. Don't leave the color too, see, something to this effect. You could even take the black, look, and then create some kind of shadow area here. Something like that, right? A little more black, go back to that same spot, right? Something like that. Look, just create like little, and then hold the brush like this. Look, create like little shadow areas next to the peak. And if you want, you could even brighten up the other side like this. See, something to that effect? Now watch. Grab just white on top of that black. See, something like that to this effect. See, look. And then boom. And grab yourself an oval brush. Wash it real quick. Wipe it. Beat it, smack it, whatever you got to do. Because you don't want these sharp brush marks. See, something just like that. So what I just did was I pushed this one back, all right? So let's leave that alone and dress this up. We're gonna dress, this one is a little closer, so what we'll do is, it's snowing in that whole region, right? Grab a little snow. Grab a little snow. Just go heavy. You know, and just grab a little snow. We're going to add a little snow on the peaks. Something to this effect. Something like that. And a little snow slide down this way. Something like that. Grab a little blue. See, something like that. Some small snow peaks. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. The reason why I'm not adding snow everywhere, And then just come in, you need an oval brush whenever you're doing this part. Check it out. DJ Francois Canvas. Don't listen to me, y'all. I'm just bugging out. And thanks for those who's sitting this out. See the magic take place. And once again, I do this because I'm big on promoting creativity. Creativity is important at the heart of everything out there. Wash your brush, right? And then kind of like smudge this little part right here. Break this up a little bit. See? Something to that effect. Now, grab your green. I might be able to pull this off with a flat brush. Grab a little bit of green, and we almost done, y'all. Grab a little green and kind of like, see, look. I'm gonna hold this down. Try not to block y'all. See, something to this effect. Then come like, see, something like that. And if you want, take a little bit of yellow and come on this side and, let me wash that. Because I was aiming for yellow, I got another color instead. Wash that and start over. Just try to touch just the yellow. And then come right here and take some of the excess off. And then, see, something like that. Real smooth. Then you grab yourself an oval brush. Look at that. And then you break it up slightly. Because what the yellow does, it gives it a little look. Like, say, look. Grab that same yellow again, and then come right here. See, simple. We're not doing hyper detail stuff. See, so look, just like that, and then you could even come in the bottom. Come in the bottom. Grab some more yellow and green, and then smudge that out. Now, for this area here, we could take a little yellow and red. No, before we do that, put a little red on the brush. Go into your tan color, and then let's add some dirt effect here. Something like to this effect. See, something like that. Go up. Come this way. Go up. See, add some dirt effect. See, something like that. Add a little dirt effect. See, something like this. See, something like that, right? A little dirt effect. Now, you might even want to come over here. Add that little dirt area. See, something like that. Look. See? Don't be afraid to try it. Just try it out. It's going to work, I'm telling you. You just got to have confidence. See, you can even add a little dirt there. You want, take a little yellow. Take off the excess. Just add a little slight effect there. Now, with here, let's talk about it a little bit. Grab your, we're almost done because we're running out of space. Grab a little of that white. And then maybe you have some of the snow in the bottom. See, something like this. And then maybe there's some snow at the bottom. Grab a little blue, because this one is a little behind. Blue creates a nice shadow. You don't want too much. Nice shadow. A little blue. Grab a little blue. See? Blue creates a nice shadow. See? Something to this effect. And then even come here. Right? Wash the oval brush. Wash the oval brush and break up some of this stuff. See? Break up some of this stuff. Just make it all come together. Kind of like think of some characters to add some flavor to it. See? Something to this effect. And then take a little bit of yellow and white, and then check this out. Take a little bit of yellow and white, take off some of that excess, and then come right here. You know, just create some kind of valley type. See, something to that effect. You know, break it up. Now, what are we gonna do down here? I mean, we could add a water if we want. To add water. Add a little water here, and then we'll break it off with a little foothill and add one tree just to push everything back. So here's what we'll do. The best way to execute the water is to grab a little white. Grab a little white. A tiny bit of white. And then just come right here and start building a water line. Something like right here, something like that. But before I continue with that, I might have to pour out a little more white. I'm running out of white, which is a key color. But once again, thank you guys for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Francois Canvas. I like to promote creativity. All right, we got our white. And then let's just get busy with our water. I might use a bigger flat brush just to get it done a little faster. Once again, stain the brush with a little blue. And just come right here and then create like a water line, something to this effect. Create a little water line, something like right here. Come right here again. Now the key is to make the water line as straight as possible. See, something like that. Just create a little water line, something right there. Something like that. Grab a little flat brush. You know, a little flat brush. And then just loosen some color real quick. And then we're gonna little flat brush. Now, what you could do to give it a nice little character, a lot of times what I do is, let me see if I could find the smallest flat brush. I'll be able to execute that a little better. See, this brush right here is good. Grab yourself a little flat brush, but don't go heavy on the paint. Make the paint kind of loose. Make the paint kind of loose. Make the paint kind of loose. And then just come here and start giving some wave effect. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. See, something like that. There's some wave effect. See, something like that. That's the, see, something like that. And then go a little heavier on the white, and then kind of like grab a little more white. Look, grab some wave effects, you know, something to that effect, something like this. Now, since we're getting closer, go back into your black. We got some dark colors here. Get some brown, red. We're almost done. Watch how we execute this. We're gonna bring this all together. Now, I don't really care about this area here, so we're gonna create like some kind of foothill, something here, just to break it up a little bit, just to break it up. Maybe we'll come up a little bit, something like that, to that effect. And then something like that, and then we, you know, and then we come around, and you come back down again. You know, something like that. Because we're really trying to get this area, we really want the water to only be apparent in that area. Grab a little black, I mean dark color, red, whatever dark color you have here. And then, you know, kind of like dress this up real quick. See, something like that. And then we bring it all together. See, something like that. So right here, what I want to do is, I want to create some kind of foothill. Grab a little green, a little brown, you know, and then break it up. Wait, let's go a little darker. Yep, a little darker, and then come right here. Something like that. Something like that, and then you just bring that in and just cover that up. Just cover that up. See, something like that, to that effect. See? Now, while this dry, here's what I'm gonna do. I need to add some more definition to that area, just to give it a better look. We're gonna go here with the white. Now watch this. Go a little heavier on the white, and then just come here and then kind of like, don't worry about going over the hill, because we didn't start the hill yet. You can always come back and fix it. See, something to that effect. Make sure your lines are straight. Now, what I'm gonna do now is take a little bit of green and black, a little bit of green and black. Just come in the water, and we're just gonna, since this is the closest to us, we'll create some kind of, just distort it a little bit. A little green and black. Just distort it a little bit. So this represents like a reflection. You know, like something to this effect. And then you come back over, wash your brush, come back over with the white. And guys, I'm just making this up as we go along, and I'm just trying to show you, when you're doing these type of work, talk it out, because that's the best way to bring it to life. Talk it out, you know, just have confidence, make it happen. I mean, you know, come right here. Now, I need a little brush, just a little on the smaller side. All right, smaller side. And just like that, we almost done. Look, go into the white, go into the white, go into the white, and just come in the bottom and create some kind of water line, something like this, to this effect, you know. You know, if you want, you could even, just to give it that effect, I'll just create some kind of wave effect, you know. But not getting rid of the mountain detail. See, something like that. See? And you could even go right here and whiten that out a little bit. Whiten that out a little bit. Go in the back, grab a little blue. Because the straighter you make that, the better it looks. Alright, so now we're just gonna add a little green, and then we're done. And thank you guys for sitting this one out for me. Look, just add a little green here, a little green, a little green. Grab some more green, just add a little green, right? Add a little green, grab a little yellow, just to bring it out. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. Grab a little yellow. See, something like that. A little more yellow. See, something like that. Now, if that don't really want to show, you grab a little white, because right there you want to kind of create like a little separation. See, something to that effect, and just come down. Create a nice little light spot. See, something like that. Back into the green. Grab back into your green. See, something like that. Back into the green. Right? Now from a distance, Take a little bit of green, tiny bit of red in it. Then you're gonna come right here and dress this one up. You see, look, just like that. And if you don't want to show, you go back and forth with the green and the yellow. See, look, just like that. You touch it, just to create some kind of effect on the hill right here. Take a little bit of white, just a tiny bit of white and yellow, tiny bit of white and yellow, back and forth, and then come on top to create like a separation. If it doesn't want to show, you take a little bit more white. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. It's from a distance. You don't really know what's going on. And then you could even go in the water, add some of that color in there, you know? See, something to that effect. Put that down, grab your flat brush. See, I gotta move fast now because we gotta get this done. Grab your flat brush, you know, come right here, and then create some kind of effect right here. Grab some more white, look, and then make sure it's straight though. Make sure whatever detail you adding, see, make sure it's straight. So you want your water to look. You want your water to look good. Now, I did say I was gonna add a tree. So go into your oval brush. Go into your oval brush. To your oval brush. And just grab the black, brown, add some red to it. Black, brown, some red, right? Some black, brown, some red. I'm gonna add some bushes first because I really want to fill this little area in. So we'll, you know, kind of like come here and create some type of tree thing, like right here, something like that. Give me a second. I'm just gonna pour out a little more black. Yeah, I'm knocking things all over the place though. Don't mind me. It's for a good cause. Now I'm gonna add a little more black because I want to darken this a little bit. See, look, just like that. And then I'm gonna come here again. Maybe add another tree. You could even go up a little higher if you want, because that really pushed the mountain back. See, something like that to this effect. See, something like that. You know. And then busy. And then maybe you come right here, add some more trees. Because what I'm trying to do is, see, something like that, and then come up in the sky with that one. So now, I'm going to do away with that brush because I want something smaller. I'm going to take a little bit of black, add on that brush, that same dark color I was working with. Take a little bit of green, and then kind of like come in the water like this and just, because we know that's reflecting off the water. And then, you know, and then go sideways, go this way. Because the paint is wet, so it's going to move. Now, watch this. This is where the magic starts taking place. Grab yourself a clean flat brush. Just grab a little bit of white. Then come right here. You might want to loosen it up a little bit if it doesn't want to stick. You know, just add little effects here and there. You know, wipe the brush, and you know, just go that way. Come this way. You know, create a nice little effect. It gives it like a. We're not done yet. Almost. Promise you, we're almost done. Grab a little black and red. Some more. And you know, add some more bushes here. Something to this effect. Something like that. Grab a little black, switch the flavor up. See, something like that. And then come in the water, and then you drop that same thing you just did. It's not that hard. A little bit of red. Take off some of the excess, and then come down in the water. See, something like that. See? And drop it down. You know it's in front, so something like that. You know, just give it a nice little character. we're not going to go too crazy on trees. So now I want to do one thing real quick before I go handle those trees. Grab your oval brush, right? Go into the black. Go into the black, grab a little green. We have enough color to do that here. You know, I want to create some kind of, maybe a little more black. You know, I'm going to create little bushes here, something like that. Something to this effect. Go all the way across with this. See, something like that, right? Now, wash the brush. Wash the brush real quick. Now, go into just your yellow. Go heavy, but make sure the yellow is applied on the brush a certain way. And then look, and then come right here, and then you could use a little skinny brush to hold this in place. And then kind of like, look, come right here, and then just create little characters here and there. And then switch the flavor up. Grab a little red. See, look, see something like that. But don't take away all the dark. Go back to the green, but add a little yellow. It just, you know, something like to this effect. See, something like that. Switch the flavor up. Wipe your brush. Grab just the yellow now. Look. See, something like that. And then you see this right here. Leave it dark. Make it look like it's behind there somewhere. Grab a little white. You know, something to this effect. See, something like that. Wipe off the excess. Just the green. We don't want this too dark, so we add a little bit of green to it, just a tiny bit, and highlight it slightly. See, something like that. A lot of times you gotta talk these trees out. Something like that. See? See, something like that, to that effect. So now, let's make our tree look good. Wow, look at that. I got the brush I need right in my hand. Go into your white. Go into your white, loosen it up real quick. Go into your white. Now we're gonna create some kind of bark. A lot of times I go from the bottom up, but you could do it any way you want. Something like that. See? Something like that. Grab a little white, some more. A bark here. And then add a little, another bark here, something like that. And then we'll come here, one big bark. Then we're gonna go into the trees. We're gonna find a good brush for this. I might be able to execute it with this brush here. See? Something to that effect, right? Now watch this. We know our light source is coming from this way. Start with the green. Don't go too crazy. Start with the green. Just glaze the whole brush with green, and just on the tip of it, pause, touch a little yellow. See, something like that. And then come here and just start adding a little character. See, we add the green to the brush. The yellow's at the tip. We know our light source is coming from here, so touch the light parts first with the yellow. See, something to this effect. See, something like that. See, and then it just bring that tree to life. If you want, grab some more yellow. We know that's the light side. See, something like that. Back and forth. Glaze it with the green. It's gonna get a little messy in here, but don't worry about it. Just control your paint. See, something like that. Add a little yellow here. A little green there, something like that. But you don't want to cover the bark all the way. Have some more green. Put it on top of here. Something like that, right? Leave this little dark area. Now come back with a little tiny bit of yellow. And then just highlight that green area. See, something to this effect. See what I mean? Just something like that. Just bring it to life. Now, I'm going to do one more thing and then I'm going to sign off. Grab a little black, green, and red. A little black, green, and red. And then just kind of like, because we want to cover these things in the bottom. Maybe a little more black. See, something to this effect. Something like that. Something like that, right? Go back to that same green. Now change the flavor up. Add another color to that green. Add another color to that green, right? And then come right here and start. Look, you know, and just. Just like that. See? Just like that. Let's go on this side. Back to the green. You could even add a little red just to change the flavor up. Back to the green, right? So let's try something different with this one. Just come here. Just add a little character to it and try to build a tree, you know? Just think of a tree shape. Go back into the green. Maybe there's another one in front of it. Something to that effect. We're going to try something different with this one, right? Right? Now watch this. Take a little bit of yellow. Now watch that. And highlight it. I don't want to touch it with my hand. See? Look. Highlight it. You can take a little bit of white if you want and just highlight certain areas. Take a little bit of yellow. Go back on top. Highlight that bad boy. You see? See how you brought it to life? See? Like that. See? Something like that. Something to that effect. Now for here, with the same color still on the brush, a little red, touch it a little tiny bit of yellow, and then highlight these. See, something like that? That really brings it to life, man. Makes it pop. See, all that work we did was not in vain. And then you come in the water, you just drop it down. Something to that effect. I haven't done a piece like this in a while, so I'm going to sign it after, but I want to show you guys a close-up real quick, just so y'all can see what's taking place. I mean, there's a lot going on here, but when you take the painting through that process, man, it really gives it character, man. And thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. I'm going to turn around and talk to y'all. First, I'm going to stop my time lapse. I can't wait to see what that's going to look like. Can't wait to see my time lapse. Well, that time lapse is going to be beautiful. But anyway, let me turn around and talk to y'all for a second. Hey, man, thank you guys for joining me, man. It's your boy, francoiscanvas, getting dirty up in here. But, hey, like I said, man, I'm big on promoting creativity. My time lapse is looking amazing. Go out and support the channel. I encourage you guys to support the channel, support small businesses, you know. So the topic today was basically, I'll spend 2 minutes and talk about it. We're about to get digitized, so I hope you guys are making, you know, all types of preparation. For all my religious folks out there, y'all better get some Jesus in y'all immediately, because it's about to get real different out here. But I'm not going to elaborate too much on it. Thank you guys for showing up. Damn, this one really got messy, man. I got paint all over me. But I like the piece. I like the piece. You know, I encourage you guys to stay creative. It's your boy francoiscanvas, $APSUMAN. Go support the channel. Yo, one thing I want to say to whoever's listening, it doesn't cost $1 to hit the like button. Whenever I post something, hit the like button and allow me to explain. When you hit the like button, it just allow the algorithm to get it to more platform. That's all it does. When you hit, it's like you're in control. We all, you know, play a part in this. When you hit the like button, Facebook send it to other platforms. So I'm not asking you for $50. I'm not asking you for 100. You're welcome to do so. But hit the like button. That really gets the, you know, this thing that I do, gets it out there to other platforms. But on a positive note, thank you guys for showing up. You know how I do. We're going to sign off with a close-up, and I'll see you guys on the next live. One love.